Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I got something. I also got a story to tell. Imagine that. Uh-oh. What's up, Tater? I just got home. Been out. It's been raining all night, all day. That's right, Tater. It's been raining. And it's supposed to rain tonight and all day tomorrow, too. I am so glad I got what I got done. It's been a lot of work getting done on the ridge, because it started off, with the footers on the carport and the batteries, the 1,400 pounds of batteries, and of course the 4,000 pounds of concrete, and then the rebar and the forms, and then getting it all off, and then moving the 4,000 pounds of steel. And thank you all for watching that video, by the way. The video of me and Gavin moving all that steel and getting the forms off, showing the footers. If you haven't seen that, go check it out right there. Yeah, right there. Or is it over there? I think it's over there. Go check that video out. It was a really good video of Gavin helping me move all that steel and everything. It was really fun. Did twinge my knee just a little bit, but it is much better. It is still a little bit on the sensitive side, but I think I'm pretty sure I just strained it squatting down, taking off all those forms. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because I tried to walk linear direction when I carried all that steel. I tried. Of course, when I was picking the steel up and then going to the left, that is a little angular, isn't it? Maybe that's where I did it. I don't know. But so much work's been done. Then, of course, this week you saw the video, the gravel being delivered. Well, getting it all put out. Almost had a big accident. It got scary a couple times. I got it all on video, of course. Me and old Blue were just getting it. And 60, well, I'm not even going to say. You just have to watch the video, because it was scary. The tractor and me, we had a little disagreement with physics. Physics won. In case you didn't know, anytime you have a disagreement with physics will always win. I promise you. It will. But today, of course, it was just raining. So I've been editing a video all morning. Got the live set up for tonight. Hopefully you'll watch tonight's live on RidgeLife. Should be a fun one. Check out my shirt, O'Rourke's Littlefield. Very much. Thank you very much. Matches my gray and my silver and my gray. Yeah, live tonight at 7 p.m. Central on RidgeLife. But today, yeah, I've been editing, and then I had to get out and had to go somewhere and get something. You saw the box in the back of the truck on the thumbnail. We'll get to that in a second. Went to Harbor Freight, too. I got a question for you. I know Harbor Freight's overseas junk, right? But if you don't need brand name and you don't need the super best quality, buy a tarp. Tarps are tarps, right? I mean, tarps to get destroyed, whether you have the really good one or the really cheap one. I mean, there are some really cheap ones. I mean, I'm talking about really cheap. Yeah, you don't want, but if you get the deluxe tarp at Walmart or Lowe's, or the deluxe tarp at Harbor Freight, it's a tarp. Depends on how you use it, right? But anyway, the question I have for you is the ITC, the club, their membership club for Harbor Freight. It's like $29 a year. I walked around, and there was a bunch of Pittsburgh channel lock plier sets, some really large box-in wrenches. I mean, I'm talking like 2-inch box-in wrenches. 'Cause I'm doing some big work now. They were like $20 to $30 off if you were a member of ITC, their club, $29 a year. And I get more than $29 in savings just on those two things right there alone. Are any of y'all members of Harbor Freight's ITC? Now, if you hate Harbor Freight and you think it's just the devil and stuff, that's not my question. I know it's overseas junk. Okay, I already know. You ain't gotta tell me again. Tell me if you want. I'm not gonna get mad at you. I don't do that. I don't get mad at you. I'm just telling you. The question isn't should I shop at Harbor Freight. That's not the question. I'm still gonna shop at Lowe's. Still gonna shop at I don't do Home Depot. I just Lowe's is my place. I get the military discount there. They treat me right. I've had good luck at Lowe's. But and of course local hardware and stuff. I love those guys because they're really nice. But okay. So the question isn't, should I shop at Harbor Freight? I'm saying if I'm going to Harbor Freight, I'm going to purchase, should I be a member of the ITC, $29 a year? It sounds like a no-brainer. If you're doing it, let me know the pros and the cons down in the comments. I'd sure appreciate it because I've only bought like 2 things ever at Harbor Freight, ever in my entire life. Coke Zero now more delicious. My Predator generator, which has just been phenomenal, just knock on wood, it's done me right. Got that from Harbor Freight, and I got some socket sets. I think I got some socket sets at Harbor Freight too. Other than that, I haven't really shopped there. Okay, so before I tell you what's in the box back there, I know some of you are really curious what I got, and it's going to be funny. Oh, it's going to be fun. I can tell you a story first. So I used to have a 2017 F-250 King Ranch. Okay. No longer have that after the divorce and all that stuff. But I always did all the oil changes in it, and it took, it said 12 quarts. Excuse me. It was 12 quarts. I think it said 13 quarts, but it took 12 quarts to fill it up, Anyway, change the oil filter, change the oil, always, Well, with the new 23 F-250, and the same 6.7 engine, I have the high output version, but this is, they increased the oil capacity to give you longer maintenance life. And I use full synthetic, so it's not cheap. Even if you're getting 12, 13 quarts, full synthetic, that's not cheap. So they went to 15 quarts of full synthetic oil for the new F-250, 6.7 liter diesel. So the first time I would do all my own maintenance, right? I ain't taking it nowhere to have somebody change the oil. They'll just leave the gasket on the oil filter and it blows out oil everywhere. Or they'll only put 12. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when the 23s or whatever year it was that they went to the 15 quarts, when it first came out, people were taking their truck in for the first free oil change at the dealership, the Ford dealership. And the Ford dealership was putting in 12 quarts of oil in their 15 quart engine. Seriously. I got Facebook groups I'm members of. And so people were checking their oil going, I ain't got no oil in my truck. Sure enough, they looked at the paper from the Ford dealership, 12 quarts of oil. And they go up there and say, hey, how many quarts of oil you put in there? We put 12 quarts of oil in there. Well, I got the 23 F-250 and it says right here in the manual 15 quarts. What's up with that? Well, we didn't know that. That's why I don't take my truck in for oil changes. I do it myself. So I changed my oil the first time and I put 15 quarts in it and ain't got no oil in it. What? Okay. All right. Maybe I did a really good drain. So I put a little bit more in it. Ain't got no oil in it. Put a little bit more in it. I put 16 quarts of oil and it goes right to the line. Yeah, 16 quarts. So I went on my Facebook groups. I said, hey, is anybody else putting 16 quarts of oil in your new F-250? Yeah, we're all putting 16 quarts in the new 23. Remember, it's only 12 or 13 in the old ones. And well, the manual says 15 quarts. Okay, so went around to do the second oil change on my truck. Yeah, I got lots of miles. I've been putting lots of miles on the truck. And I find out from the my Facebook group buddies that a year after our trucks were produced, people were asking why it's taken 16 quarts to fill a 15-quart engine. Well, the answer is right here. Make sure I ain't got my name or number or anything on there. Okay, right here. Ford. I gave him my VIN number and had him put the VIN number in. He put the VIN number in and I said, hey, can you give me a quote? This is the parts department on the dipstick for a 23 Ford F-250. Here's my VIN number. She puts it in. She gives me the part number back. And I said, ma'am, that ain't the one I got in my truck. So I was there to do something else, but I had her print this out for me. And I went over to the service department and I said, hey, did y'all know y'all put the wrong dipsticks in the 23 F-250s? And guy's like, no. Well, they figured out that they put the wrong dipstick in because my friends on the Facebook groups, they said, if your dipstick is this part number, you got the wrong one. This is the part number you need. And I verified through Ford, I ain't got this dipstick in mine. I ain't got this one. The new one is almost a 1/4 inch longer. So what that does is because it goes deeper, the line is lower and you only got to put 15 quarts of oil in it to make it full. So for the past year plus, I got mine in July or whatever, August, September, October, November, December, January, a year and a half. For the past year and a half, I've been putting in too much oil. So what happens is, too much oil is bad. You put too much oil in, it gets brought up, and it actually vents out through the crankcase ventilation, and you waste all that oil, and it clogs everything. It's just not good. It's not good. CCV, crankcase ventilation. That's what it's called. Anyway, it entrains it. It's just not good. It's not good. Too much oil is not good. Too much of a good thing, not a good thing. So sure enough, they don't have any in stock because it's supposed to like a national back order because there's a whole year's worth of trucks they put the wrong dipstick in. I talked to David about this because he just had to go out and copy me, breaks up with his girlfriend, gets a new Ford F-250, his is a 2024, mine's 2023. And, I believe his has the correct dipstick in it. I don't remember if I checked when I was at his place, but I'm pretty sure for 2024, they corrected the issue. He ain't going to change his own oil. He's going to take it someplace and get it done. So, you know how that goes. But, so while I was there, I said, all right, I need this dipstick at the service department. He said, well, I can't just order one and put it in. We're going to have to do a ticket because it's warranty. It's like $60 for a dipstick. $60 for a dipstick. So they ordered one, and I had to make an appointment to drop it off. I said, well, while I'm taking it in, I need a couple other things done too. Because I stay on top of the issues, on the Facebook groups and everything. I said, one thing is my in-dash, I got this big giant, like 13-inch screen over here, but the dash is digital also. It's all digital. There's no analog gauges or any of that stuff. So my dash, the miles per gallon stalls sometimes. It says 0 miles per gallon. I know it's a big truck and you don't get that good fuel mileage, but I get pretty good actually. I can get up to like 20 miles per gallon if I drive it in eco mode. Yeah. But the gas mileage stalls and I'll have to reset it and everything. And again, these are just these are first world problems, not third world problems. When I take it to, say I want it on a certain screen, diesel measurements or anything, I come back in and start the truck back up, it goes right back to the home screen. That they fixed that as well. And then they gave you a compass. I don't have a compass. The telltale to know if you got the right in-dash update is if you can see the compass. And I ain't got the compass. So I had them say, I need the new dipstick. I need the update done to the in-dash, because the over-the-air updates only work on the big giant screen over here. They don't update the in-dash speedometer, odometer, all that kind of stuff. So do that. Third thing is, I got a check engine light not too long ago, and it was the DEF injector, which as soon as my warranty runs out, I'm probably going to delete this bad boy. But I had a DEF injector fault, high circuit electrical, measurement. It was a P20 CE fault. It came and went a few times. I'm going to have that checked out, make sure it's documented. And the fourth thing is the power steering hose up by the front. When it gets really, really cold, there's a clamp on that hose, and there's a technical service bulletin out about it, so they can fix this. When it gets really, really cold outside, it starts to leak a little bit of power steering fluid. And again, on a brand new truck, shouldn't do that. Did it that first winter. I noticed there's a little bit, it stopped, and then I read about the technical service bulletin. They put a new clamp on it. Good to go. So I'm gonna get those 4 things fixed. But the reason I was there, well, you've been waiting 15 minutes to talk about, 16 minutes, is what's in the box. Okay, so I do a lot of traveling in my truck, and I tow a lot, and I also carry a lot. And when I'm going to David's and stuff, I'll throw stuff back in the back, coolers and folding chairs and just all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I don't want it to get stolen, and I ain't gonna put it back in here and dirty up inside my truck. So what I went to, when I bought my truck, they give you what's called Ford Pass points, Ford Reward points. And I got a lot when I bought this truck. I got a lot, and they were set to expire in February. So what I did was I went on to Ford's website, and I ordered a folding hard bed cover for the back. And it's Ford brand, so it was way overpriced. But I had all those points, so I got a discount and the Ford Pass points. I used them all up. Still had to pay a lot of money. It was way more than you should pay for a bed, but it's really nice folding hard bed cover, black. And so I went and actually I had to go to Mississippi to get it, because they just, that's just really, anyway. So I went down there, did all that stuff, and I picked it up in the pouring rain. So it's soaking wet. So I'm gonna put it on, probably on a Ramblings. Actually, I'm gonna just do a working rambling and put that on. The funny part of that story is not the dipstick story, because they put the wrong dipstick in a truck, brand new, very, very expensive truck. Didn't tell nobody either. They still ain't told nobody. I just happened to find it out. Okay, so how long do you think it's going to take before David from Come On Homesteading dries up with a bed cover on his new Ford F-250? How long do you think it's going to take? Leave a comment down below, because the boy has to copy me on everything. I got a new Ford F-250. He gets a new Ford F-250. I break up with my girlfriend. He breaks up with his girlfriend. I get a new, the list goes on and on and on. If you only knew how much that boy copies off me. If you only knew. It'd be so funny. It's so funny. So leave a comment down below. How long do you think it takes for David to get a bed cover on his F-250 to try to keep up and copy me? It's just sad. It's sad. It really is. It's sad. All right, guys. I got to get inside, go start getting ready for my live stream, get this video uploaded to you. So until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. Go Ridge Life. Woo!